Americans thought at least 7 generations ahead. We have never done that. We have never thought past the next Friday's paycheck. I just got back recently from Ecuador. They took me to Ecuador to show me, to get me to observe what's happening to the people there. And it's Texaco and Chevron, and down there they're doing things in such a reckless way. When they extract the oil or drill for oil here, they got to put plastic liners and overrun tanks and everything. Down there they just dig a hole and run in the hole, and when it gets full they run in the creeks and the rivers, and they had a full-grown man, you know, telling me the first time he seen a flying machine. And then when he was telling me about the first time he seen a flying machine, we all have seen computers ever since you were born. Without you a flying machine. But this man is the king of the Kayford people down there, and he's telling us the first time he's seen a flying machine, and he says it was 1970. This big old flying machine come in, and he said he thought it was the spirits coming after him. And he said, you know, 3 years later, people were dying. They couldn't eat their food, couldn't eat the fish from the rivers, too much mercury. And so they finally took and went to a store. They had to use a canoe, about an 8 or 9 hour trip to go to a store. But he didn't know that when you went to the store, you're supposed to have money, you know, and they didn't know anything about a store. So when they went in the store, they seen all that food on the shelves. My goodness, who does this? You know, put stuff in. And so he was telling us how he got all his groceries and just going to walk out with it. And lo and behold, the store owners, you know, caused some problems for him. He had all these people out there, and he was going to load all the canoes up and just take the groceries, you know. This is just the 1970. You and I can know when 1970 was. You know, the older people here, we know when 1970 was. You know, we can also remember a day when you went in the store and bought water. I can tell you the first time I seen water on the shelf and I walked in the store, who does this? Who sells water in the store? Now, the young people like yourself, when you go in the store you don't find it, then you get in the store because you can't find it. But for us, the older people, here on this place for instance, if I wanted water, I could go where 2 ridges come together like this, move it this way, and pour a little bit this way, and wait about 8 or 10 minutes. The coldest, freshest water ever. Pure, you know. What have we lost? We have lost our innocence as human beings. That's what we've lost. You know, we've lost the natural ability to think everything is pure and right. At one time, for us, living in the mountains, it was. Just like the natives living in Ecuador. You know, the natives in Ecuador think of the oil as the blood of the earth. Just like the natives here make reference to the coal as the lungs of the earth. My goodness, how did these natives of this globe, how did they get more of insight on this land that they call Mother than we did? They paid